Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. I hope audio and video is working perfectly, and I'm gonna wait for incognito window to give me a playback so I can be damn sure that it is working. So let's hope so. Okay. Okay. Okay, to best of my knowledge, it is working. If that is so, please write yes AV so I can have absolute confirmation. Okay, Singhji, you have written hello sir, hello to you. Do you think humanoid robot girlfriends or companions is not that far as we think? By the way, I girlfriend must be made these things favorite on topic. Define far, like like full-fledged where you cannot tell the difference between a bot and a human, that's very far away. uh, Good enough where it's useful for bare minimum, maybe that is closer. Good enough where it's actually able to do household chores, if that happens, like, whoa. But my feeling is that it's gonna take a while, it's gonna take a while, like we are a bit far. Yes, AV. So okay, all things considering, I'm gonna assume things are going well. And I have to say, like, this has been a messy few days. Even had to travel on Monday. Thankfully, last Saturday when I was doing the live stream, I put some extra work so there was no lagged data that I had to take care of during. Because again, I was traveling on Monday, so Saturday double worked. That allowed me to just normally go back from normal work from Tuesday till Friday. So all things are normal. I am happy. It's been a long time before I reached my normal equilibrium state. How I used to do videos, basically one video per day. So successfully reaching that. So that's why the title is that, going back to normal things. And again, now my aim is, I did as much work as I could, and now hope is that tomorrow finally I'll get some time to really dive deep into my secondary work, because again, I bought the materials. I never just even start up a video, like, don't do the whole thing, but at least start something. So I really, it seems USA is getting banged like never before. Have you seen World War II? Have you seen 20 years in Afghanistan? My man, my man, that country knows how to take a beating. That's the scary part about them. Like, more than enough beating, they can survive that. After the court, you can say that. Hold on. I'm just hoping that there's no frame drops. There was a glitch, I think, some frame dropped, but overall, I'm hoping that things will remain stable. At least one should hope so. So yeah, court again. Yeah, that is true. At least the high court part is clear. I do not know what my opponent will do. So that's a big what you call unknown. Will they go to Supreme Court? What about the other cases? I do not know. Now, people, there is an issue. You have to understand. My parents want to hear some good news. So if any rumor starts to happen, they actually take it as a good news. I understand that. Again, I wish I could have that sort of what you call optimistic outlook, but I'm too old and too burnt to have that. So yeah. As the court cases, your body needs servicing. Yeah, I might, but I have to travel for that. No recent travel is booked as of now, so let's see. Although somebody was showing that Dune 3 movie is coming, which again I was shocked that it's actually coming, because Dune 1 and 2 is the main novel. After that, it was done after a while. So I was shocked that Dune 3 is coming, but apparently it is. Yes, I know there is 21 books or something like that, but like the core essence. What the hell is happening? YouTube is not saying the video maintained to smooth. That's weird. YouTube is going weird. Let's just hope all things are fine. So overall, things are going back to normal, and I finally want to make the cement. Again, I'm not gonna grind the Epsom salt. I'm pretty sure my magnesium salt is very fine powder. It should be able to fill in the crevices, but again, that's the whole point of testing. Once I get the testing, once the cement work as it's supposed to, I will be able to then figure out whether I really need to grind it or not grind it, and then we'll move forward based on how things unfold. You just said you watched Dhurandhar. No, I do not watch Hindi movie anymore. Like, I don't even recall when was the last time I watched something. So it's very rare for me to watch any Hindi movie anymore. It's like, not even Hindi movies, like even English movie. Like, I might watch Avatar, but nothing more than that. and that's just for CGI. It's like there is rarely any movie or content that is like, what are you making cement for? That was the project, what you call, uh, uh, basically I wanted to figure out why nobody in YouTube has figured out how to make soldering iron. Yes, people have made soldering station, good station, quality station, but not a single one has figured out how to make soldering iron itself. Problem is insulator layer. So basically you have a stainless steel or copper. That's the main heating element, okay? But here's the, you can't wrap nichrome wire on top of it. You have to have some sort of insulation. Nobody knows what that insulation is. Like, as in, insulation wise, like you will see a lot of people trying with that glass sleeve, like, glass fiber sleeves. Yeah, that's not good enough because that's only rated for 500 degrees Celsius, and again it becomes charring and weakened. Like, it's not designed to handle that. Like, if you buy a cheap soldering iron, they generally use mica sheet, like very thin mica sheet. You can't buy mica sheet in market. You can buy glass sleeves, but that's not good enough. So, and again, that mica sheet is not done by any professional equipment. All professional equipment has switched to ceramics. So question is, which ceramic? Now we know magnesium oxide is great, but again, magnesium oxide is a powder. It's not a paste. It's not. It's like it's. Hold on. Let me show you. So whenever we are talking about magnesium oxide, it's a normal thing. You can just buy it, like, magnesium oxide. So magnesium oxide is the perfect what you call thermal conductor while being electrically insulative. Like, this is literally what is inside that stainless steel heating element you see. That's a hollow pipe. Inside that there is nichrome wire. But what is isolating the nichrome wire from the stainless steel? This puppy. So this is the main insulative material. However, this is a powder. It's great for when you are, like, stretching something and then pouring in the powder. That's good. But, like, again, how do you make a structure out of it? So I found out there is something known as Soros cement. So basically you take this and you make it marry with this Epsom salt. Okay? Hopefully you can should be able to see it. Yeah, Epsom salt. So the idea with Epsom salt is, okay, now I'm getting too much frame drop. You guys are getting it, or like it's just very slight? I do not really want to restart the stream because I'm not sure it will allow me to restart it. It might just, damn YouTube, man, this is frustrating. Hold on. Let me restart the air condition. Okay, yeah. So mixing this puppy with this puppy should allow me to get a cement that I can put on top of the material, then wrap nichrome wire, then coat it again so it's completely isolated from oxygen and it's robust enough. And the biggest deal with this is high temperature ceramic, meaning for hundreds of degrees Celsius it can, like, tank it. Like, it should be able to tank almost 1000 degrees Celsius. So nichrome wire does go to 400 to 800 degrees Celsius, and if you let nichrome wire heat up, it will cross 1000 degrees Celsius. So you need something that can endure it. Mica can almost endure it, and again, that's why we do no longer use mica in quality hardware, but, like, for high-end, basically your JBC solder, basically those cartridge, they have white powder. I do not know what the white powder they are using. Very slight frame drop, lag is lagging now. Next video on taxes in India and abolished. Nah, I'm not covering taxes, it's pointless. Do you guys want me to try to redo the stream key? Because again, it's a very, risky. I do not know what will happen, so. Yeah, I'm seeing now the frame drops have reached 22%. Damn. What the hell? Come on, YouTube, man. Like, this is not issue from my side because, again, I restarted everything. I restarted the camera, restarted the OBS, completely different stream key, so I do not know. So that's the whole aim of this. Meaning, if I can mix these two together in proper ratio, add distilled water to it, it should become cement. And then I should be able to make my own heating element. Nobody has cracked it so far. in YouTube. I want to be the first guy to crack it. Again, cement is not my invention. I watched it from another YouTuber, but he was making as a Soros cement example. And I just realized all the component in the magnesium mainly, it is a very strong dielectric with good enough thermal conduction. That's the key aspect. You do not want any sort of air gap. Even one trapped pocket of air will act as a very good insulator. Air is one of the best insulator. So you want to make sure that there is nothing like solid void, like so that's why I'm trying to make that cement. Again, I've been trying it for a long time, but never got the time to do it. So much traveling happened, and now I'm really forcing myself, like, okay, start doing it. Just at least mix it and see what happens. After that, we'll worry about it. Let it continue, sir. Audio is good. Again, yeah, if audio is continuously working, the stream bitrate, current stream bitrate, the 3000 was lower than recommended bitrate. Your stream to by. I do not know what's happening, man. Like, I genuinely do not know what's happening, what's going on. I do not know. This is tragic, man. Can't do anything about this, like, that's the sad part. I can't do anything about it. My apologies. Next week again. Let this continue as it is going, but as like, is this war helping Russia and Chinese? See, everybody hates America because America is great. Okay, everybody wants to go America. Those who cannot go America, they hate America. This is basic bitch reaction. We had this reaction since basically World War II. Okay, it's boring. And again, you have to understand a country that can take a bitch slap to the face and still survive, that is not something that you can just like, lol. They have survived things that have collapsed USSR. Like, it's not a country that can just like, oh lol, they had a difficult. Like, again, what difficulty? Like, you was F-35 again, which again we'll find out. That's why I keep saying, in the early fog of war, thou shall always apply disc brake. Thou shall wait. We should figure out what the hell happened by the time 1 April happens. Now, so will you use void in concrete? Hopefully, again, I should be able to make it thin enough. Again, that's what we say. And I do not know whether ChatGPT was like, telling me the data, or but like this cement should also bond well with metals. Like, it should have good bond adhesion. If that is true, then it should be fine. I don't know. Yeah, stream is lagging. Okay, all good. My apologies. I can't do it. Like, I can restart the stream, but you can restart live. Again, I do not know whether it will allow me to. Okay. Okay, let's just try it. If it works, it will. I think. Hold on. Okay, it is throwing too much tantrum. It's not even allowing me to click. That's the scary part. Reset. Come on, let me click, man. I do not know what to do now. I do not know. I genuinely am confused. Okay, make video on Windows 11. Nah, pointless. Staker. Iran just attempted 4,000 kilometer strike on Dangokia. See, they will do everything because they are not winning. Because here's the deal. If you keep destroying enough infrastructure, you can't project power. Like, yeah, you can do this, but how many, and this week, basically the upcoming week, that's what people are gonna do. Basically, that's what Israel is doing, and that's what USA is doing. We had the decapitation that happened, the end. Then we had what we call defang operation, meaning removing the ability to cause serious harm. That has been done. Every missile, every drone factory that they are booming will reduce it. Will it eliminate it? No. But will it have an effect? Absolutely. How much of effect? Again, we'll find out in end of this month. So it is what it is. But I have a good feeling that Israel is gonna be like, I'm gonna keep booming you now. Like, I think Israel from now onwards will be like, yeah, this is my job now. I'm gonna keep booming, booming, booming as much as possible. So, this is the first time you're figuring out that I have two English channels. Bro, I have sharing this from Instagram and Telegram and Discord. Like, how the heck you missed it? Continue this, your audio is without any interruption. Yeah, if audio is working, then it should be fine enough. Again, I'm gonna hope it, because again, I do not want to take the risk restarting a new stream. YouTube is like, I'm sorry, but again, the fault is not on my end. YouTube is misbehaving. The least harmful thing I can try is basically stop streaming, close down the OBS and then restart it. That should not cause any new stream to be created. If you want, I can try that. Restart OBS. Type restart OBS if you wanted to. If 2-3 people type restart OBS, I'll do it if you are that worried about it. Okay. Video is fine now. Continue the streaming, the audio is okay. Electrical and communication engineering. See, you have to understand, AI is not just a tool. It's tool for the rich people, of course, but again, they use common people as tools. As in, like, that's what they hire in order to do things. AI can be hired to do things. That's the scary part that people are genuinely not willing to accept. It's like, oh, it's just like another tool. No, it's a brain replacement. We only bring two things to the table: our human dexterity and brain power. Human dexterity has been removed long ago in manufacturing. That's why service sector was created. There was so much labor available that people were like, okay, let's create a new strategy. But here's the deal. Now you can see that nobody wants to pay human labor. So that dexterity is gone. And then when you're talking about brain power, again, AI has that. And you're like, okay, it's not that great. It does not matter. It has to be just good enough that smart people can take it and amplify their work. And it has crossed that point. It has crossed that point where a smart person can use AI to turbocharge itself and then do the work that 10 people used to do. That has happened. That's the scary part. And that's just like, early years. Like, you guys might not be old enough where you remember how only few years ago, like I'm talking like in my teens, the idea of having mobile phone with like internet was not a reality. Like GPRS used to be a thing. And again, it's not like, oh, India was behind. No, nowhere. All this 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, all of this happened in very recent time frame. Very recent. Like 20 years if I'm talking practically. So we went from barely having anything to something. So imagine how far AI would be in 20 years. And every Tom, Dick and Harry is pouring money. And yeah, majority of that money will disappear, but some will. And that some will be the scary part. Okay, Gujarat temperature now cold right now due to rain is below 30 at night in feels winter. The first time in my life I'm seeing this weather phenomenon. That's new. Okay, I'm looking for small scale manufacturing venture in COPVs in India. From your experience, which manufacturing areas component would be most practical entry point? I'm not understanding your question. Electrical engineer, BTech student doing a regular job, engineering consultancy at a diploma level. I'm doing good, but BTech I feel hollow inside in my subject. Any suggestion? See, my man, that's up to you. India car is so finally government making engine testing facility national. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me try. So, but blue collar jobs need robot and robots are still in development. See, everything is in development. But again, how long this took? Like, here's the deal, you guys are really only thinking in 5 minutes. It's like, is it right now or it's not there? Like, think in years, decades. That's the scary part. Like, I am talking about, like, I went from landline to 5G and I'm not that old. Like ideally, again, knock on wood, ideally expected lifespan should be 90 years, and each generation is 30 years. So I'm like literally starting my second generation. I'm literally in adult phase of my life, and I've already seen from landline to 5G. So this whole idea of robot is far. Again, how far you don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. It could be literally, it could be 100 years from now or 15 minutes from now. That's the scary part. uh, which country is best on HVACR? I do not know what do you mean. HVACR, what is that R? I'm not getting it. It's going well, sir. AV is good. Okay, take a. In era of a government exam is the only lifesaver. No, government cannot do that because again, Soviet Union tried this BS. If everybody does government jobs, who the hell is paying taxes? Nobody. Self-circulation does not work. Human brain is magic. Yeah, people want to believe that. Now, why I do not believe it? Simply because people use the mathematics. The person who won the Nobel Prize, that's what he did. He figured out the mathematical pattern of this and converted it into a mathematics that a system can do, a computer can do, and tada, we reached here. And again, you are comparing like, oh, it's not an Einstein level. It's like, cool. But how many people it's above? Like, think about this, like human population. Not everybody is genius and not everybody is an idiot. So how far along the bell curve this AI is? That's the scary part. YouTube entrepreneurs are getting richer by drop shipping, seeing these in AI era. The refrigeration, HVAC refrigeration. See, all major countries have good enough ecosystem for that. All major country. If you are like, okay, I want to build everything from scratch, of course, China. Everything. Okay, yeah, this is one thing in my Holo Tech video that I Holo Talk 3 is that somebody talked about. It's like, oh, it's not practical to make for one country to make everything. I have never seen that stupidity from China. Never. It's like, we can't make it right now. We will make it. And again, here's the history. When 1960s were happening, there was no other country. There was no America. There was Europe was like literally ship deleted, and you are talking about Soviet Union. There's the only two, and they were not sharing. How the heck America built everything that was needed to go to moon? Again, they had big population, they had big land mass, and they had sea border. What does India have? Big population, big land mass, and sea border. We good. We got this. Should we go to college if AI is taking job? Again, I do not know. Nobody knows. That's the scary part, nah? It's like nobody knows. Like you can go into the field and become everything is fine, and like 8 years from now you are like, hey, nice, everything is fine, and then AI becomes good. But again, you had a good 4 or 5 years. But like, what if you are going there? In that time, AI breakthrough happens. Like we got a Mark 1 breakthrough done. Large language model sorted. The neural machine learning sorted. Hardware sorted. Now people are working on next generation of mathematics. Once that mathematics is sorted, then what? I'm planning to start manufacturing plant in India, learning towards aerospace defense. Wanted your advice. What kind of manufacturing setup would be the best? Manufacturing what? Like you can't just say, oh, I'm building manufacturing. It means nothing. Manufacturing what exactly? Do you want to only manufacture composite pressure vessel or system? So I would suggest start with CNG tanks. India has like a lot of demand for it. Start with that. So that's a starting point. But again, you can't just say, I'm building manufacturing. It means nothing. Do you want to be a vendor that people come to you and then you machine it? Then you need a whole toolkit. You need EDM machine, VNC machine, CNC machine. You need everything under the sun. So that's how it works. Like you have to narrow down your scope. You can't just like, blah, unless you are like very, 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 very rich. So that is that. Can you launch a high price course for me, which how to win court case? See, I did not win the court case. My opponent was stupid. Like, think in this way, opponent could have fired, let's say 3 missiles. It chose the dumbest missile that has the least likelihood of causing harm to me. So I was lucky. And again, good lawyer also, but yeah. How can India solve the wealth inequality? Mukesh Ambani alone has 100%, 100 billion. See, wealth inequality can't be solved, and that's not an issue. You want wealth inequality. You just want people's ethics to be there, because every time you're like, okay, I'm going to make a law to fix a problem, that creates a new problem. People's ethics has to be good enough. If you are rich, awesome. I'm just like, you should not be rich at the expense of someone. For example, like the biggest mistake with current philosophy of capitalism is neither good nor bad. It's a system, right? So system is only as good as people using it. This corrupted idea that salary should be locked. only the exclusive class. Okay, so your company is making 100 million. Okay, let's say it started 100 million base salary. Now it's making 200 million. All of it should not go to the top 1%er, like the executive class. The whole point was whatever the ratio was, like let's say the base level employee, they are getting 1. Management level, let's say they are getting, like, oh, let's just say, okay, base level 1x, senior level 5x, management let's say 10x, and the CEO and executive class 20x. Cool. That multiple has been broken. That multiple is now 1x, senior 2x, management 3x, and CEO 200x. Like, I'm not joking, there are companies who literally have this sort of offset where their executive class is making 1500x compared to their base employment. And that's why they have layoffs. That is the core corruption that destroyed the world. Like, everybody uses this cool word now. It's like late stage capitalism. There is no such thing. It's just that the ethos has been corrupted. That ethos should not have been corrupted. Okay. The world changing more than where we can actually cater. Was changing more. Yeah, things are changing. Okay. Do you think we will be able to solve heating problem? Heating, like, from what point? Like, again, I'm very hopeful for 2-3 things to work together. First thing is Sky Cool Paint. I'm like, again, if you watch my few years ago, I was like, somebody should make it. Now I have someone who made it. I'm not rich enough to buy it, but at least it's there. At least it's a thing in India, available. So I'm happy. Close enough. Then you have solar panels. Okay, I have it, small one, but at least I have it. Then solar panels, biggest change has to be PVT panels, because once you have PVT panel on your rooftop, all the heat from sun does not reach your base. Right now, only 20% can be taken away as electric, but rest still ends up heating your roof. So you have to make sure all the heat is taken away. What to do with that heat? That's the, what you call, difficult part. Now, again, there are a lot of amazing use in India, even in my house. Again, if we ever reach that point, I'll of course buy a dishwasher. Duh. Dishwasher will use the hot water. Washing machine will use the hot water, and wash those two things. I can you add a third one that is clothes drying with hot water. So that's there. So I can do these 3 things without an issue. Cooling with that hot water, that's the difficult part. But again, I might try to figure it out, or I think it would be better for me to pay someone to solve this problem, but I don't have deep enough pocket. But again, if somebody solves that, now, like, all I'm asking, like, AC will do the main heat lift, but if I can have absorption chiller, which again will be very low COP, but again, you're talking about so much energy that COP does not matter at that point. If it can add even a little bit, main air AC is doing the bulk work, but again, it's struggling because the outside temperature is 50 degrees Celsius. It can't dump enough heat. At that point in time, if it's like, hey, I'm gonna take the edge off, just leach few kilowatts of heat away, cascading those 2 things will be amazing. So I'm hopeful with that. Those are the options that can work. AI is gonna salary more where I can't afford cheap labor. And it says, court, you won, your judgment was first in 30 years. 30, again, I specified, it is true in district court that in that district court, my judgment was first time in 13 years. But again, that means somebody 13 years ago also won. And second part is, I told you, if my opponent would have been smarter, I would have been dead. The end. So that is there. Poor people will be able to survive heating by 2050? Doubtful, man. Like, genuinely doubtful. Because again, a lot of people genuinely do not understand. If air temperature becomes hot enough, you can't do anything. And again, plants will start to fail. Like, you can't just put water on the soil, because again, all of it will just boil away. Do tree shading nets will help? Doubtful. And again, it will not help compared to Sky Cool paint. Sky Cool is cooling paint. That's the key part. It removes sun from the equation. It's like sunlight is not falling on you, man. That's the point. I'm very focused on Type 4 vessel for CNG and hydrogen cascades and other composite cylinder replacing existing heavy metal fire. Yeah. Now, see, now you are focusing on a core aspect. Now you can do something. See, because one thing I noticed, that is the dumbest thing I've seen. Again, I understand from, I think, cost reason. CNG. India has so many trucks that are transporting CNG, and they don't have one big tank. They have tiny, tiny, small tanks. That's dumb. That's dumb. But I understand it. It's cheaper. I think, what is the CNG tank pressure? 3,000 psi, something like that. Let's just say 3 to 4,000 psi. What if you can make a tank that at that size, it's trustworthy, that you can trust it, or not even like one cylindrical tank. We have that for LPG. We don't have for CNG, but we have for LPG. But what if 3-sphere tanks? Because again, the surface area to weight ratio is so bad on those tiny cylinders. It's like, I'm pretty sure it is carrying more metal than gas. I'm pretty sure. Like, does anybody know what is the weight of the empty CNG carrier and full CNG carrier? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it is carrying more metal than the CNG. So what will poor people gonna do? Government's gonna help them? Bro, what cocaine you are smoking, man? Like, don't do cocaine. Do magnesium oxide. Don't do cocaine. Will IIT graduates also suffer from AI since they are from... Bro, IIT, like... IIT students are the worst affected. They are already at 80% unemployment. Every 2 years, we keep getting the news. IIT graduates are not getting jobs. IIT graduates are not getting... Can biogas replace CNG? Of course. They are the same thing. Biogas and CNG is the same thing, CH4. It's just that biogas can't replace LPG. LPG is butane and propane. LPG replacement is difficult. CNG replacement is easy. It's the same thing, methane, CH4. So, are you free from all court cases? No. No. Unfortunately, no. So what has happened? Basically, there were 3 cases that were filed. One was over. They won. Like, again, we were working to reduce the damage because we're gonna lose. We knew about that. So we worked to reduce the damage. Let's just say that was over. We did not extend it. So that was the first case, the fastest case. Second was basically that I filed. Okay. Again, I'm talking from the result point of view. They filed 2 cases against me. I filed 1. But again, that second case, I won in August 2024. August 2024, I won the second case. The opponent did not like the answer and they went to High Court. I just won that High Court last week. Last week, that High Court gave me the judgment. So the third case, where I won in August 2025, opponent did not like it. They reopened the case. That is going on right now. Active case wise, I have 1 active case that is reopening. My lawyer says I most likely will never have to travel for that because again, district court is... It might, High Court might undo your judgment, but like district court is like, bro, that's my guy. I have to see the dude who gave the judgment. Now, like, okay, then why the heck case is opening in the district court itself? Well, that day when my judgment was given, the judge on that was not judge, it was magistrate, 1 step below judge. So if you get a judgment from magistrate and you want to appeal it, you have to appeal it to a judge first, then you appeal to higher court. So that extra step happened. Otherwise, I was reasonably sure they would have tried to appeal to High Court directly because again, they already did. So, transport CNG is safe. A single big cylinder for transport CNG is safe. Again, it has to be strong enough, na? LPG is there. LPG we use, but like tiny ones are like lame. In car, empty CNG tank is weights around 70 to 80 kg. Type 2 tanks install 3 CNG which are 15 to 20 kg less. Okay, tell me the main important point. If you're talking about like 70 to 80 kg, how much kilogram of methane it carries? Because if it's that heavy, I'm pretty sure it's only carrying what? 10 kg of CNG? Maybe? 15? Maybe? You told when you were collaborating with the Deepika ma'am about CNG causes more pollution and most engines are not optimized for CNG. The case like sake of overcoming cafe norms. Yeah. Again, that's why I brought the leading expert on that now. Again, no. That was someone else. What's thought on MacBook Neo? No. Apple equal nope. There's a very good reason for that. So Apple equals no. So how long takes it? Any idea? I have no idea what you're talking about. Like you just wrote that. Like I do not understand this. Like what we're talking about. Is AI gonna eat jobs? Then why students preparing for college exams? See, Phantom, why you are asking questions like idiots? Like why your question never have like even 5 minutes of thought put into it? Nobody is gonna assume, like, here's the why everybody is getting married even though they know factually they're gonna be effed in the family court. Again, you do not need to listen to me, you do not need to do studies, go to family court near you. Why the heck there are so many idiots? There are. Like, everybody assumes they will be the lucky one. Like, here's the deal. Why people buy a lottery ticket? Mathematically known that 99.999% people will fail. But why do they buy it? Everybody thinks they are the lucky one. Okay, do not ask questions that are that silly. Come on. Like, put 5 minutes of thought. It's like everybody buys lottery, everybody gets married, everybody gets fucked, everybody dies. The end. We are not gods, we are not logical entities, we are just emotional. And again, nobody knows what will happen with AI. It could happen 5 years from now, it could happen 15 years from now, we do not know. Okay, how long it will take? I do not know, man. The next date, I think in February I got the date, and the date is like literally in April. So they're dragging. Did you watch any anime? I'm watching that Hell's Paradise, Paradise Hell, so to say. Again, it's a translated video is coming very late. So, see, India took the wheat. Did you watch anime? Yeah, my car carries around 10 to 12 kg of CNG, which gives me a range of around 350. My man, is your car bad? Like, that's a very little range, man. That's like less than petrol. Like, what the hell? Like, okay, guys, can you collaborate that? Is that normal? Like, I'm like, your boy, I'm not feeling that number, man. I'm not feeling that number. Heck, my espresso goes more than 400 kilometers while running the AC, while having 4 people inside it. My man, I'm not feeling that number. Yeah, I understand. Life full of constraint, but we have to deal with it. Yeah, it's like it's like, imagine it this way, like lottery, you are just wasting some money. Marriage, you gonna die. Like, and again, 100,000 men die annually because of it. 100,000, and you are still doing it. And people say, oh, but like India's population is like, again, remove the child, remove the old as in like people who are already married, like above 60. Now you realize that tight is very, the band is very narrow. Now focus on that. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And again, that's just death. How many have destroyed court cases and all that? At that point, you like understand. Okay, that's why we have so many cases. Like 5 to 6 couple files case every day, every district court, and there are 600 district court. Look at the age group, and then you will realize, like, this is not like, oh, 1%. That's a lie. Like, it's more than like 35% to 45%. And that's why I said, like, do not listen to me. Go to family court near you. Like, actually see it. Bro is running 1-cylinder car. Yeah, some people use LPG in car. Used to. I don't think it's like, my uncle owns a Tata CNG car, but mileage is less than Suzuki petrol. I installed aftermarket CNG in my Baleno automatic. My car daily drives around 80-kilometer highway plus village, so that is why range is a little bit lower. Could be. Makes sense. But like, oh, isn't that a recent fire case happened with Tata, that Tata electric vehicle? And again, I'm pretty sure Tata is the only one who was like, you know, we show the fire and Tata is driving like a boss. I have no idea. Like, I think the same thing is happening. People who cannot afford anything now, they're like bitching about Maruti. It's like, bro, Tata is just a Tata. It's like, oh, but it's so strong. It's like, yeah, Maruti is made cheaply because we can only afford cheap shit. Maruti makes a European car also. Those are very 5-star rated. Everything is fine. It's just that, then why do we get it? Because again, Maruti people figured out that you should not die. Your car getting bricked, people will bitch and moan about it. But as long as you don't die, people will be fine. Like, there was this guy who's like had this Creta, no, not Creta, that long one, that long 20 lakh car, Maruti car, and it's like he hit a pole, then and he was bitching why the airbag did not go off, and he had like a cut here. I'm like, bro, if that had happened on Ambassador, you would be dead. Like, people forgotten like how deadly cars used to be. Like, watch old movies. I'm talking like a 70s to 90s movie. Car accident was like, nahi, you died. Like, car accident was, you died. Modern cars are made as a like paper. Again, it has double benefit. First, it makes sure that you survive. Again, I had that experience. I had truck making love tap to my car. I survived. Again, would it hurt? Like, spend a lot of money fixing it? Of course. Would I rather have like, car being intact and only glass cracking and then my spine being hurt? Nah, I have only one spine. I can buy second car. Can't buy that thing. Install aftermarket. Okay, so don't worry, we got your wisdom. Will not marry. No, you will. You will. Everybody does that. That's why I said like go to family court. Like never say it without going to family court. Like actually, here's the deal. If you do not have the ball big enough to go to family court, I'm not asking anything. If you can't even go to the family court, how do you think you will stop yourself? So that's the whole thing. Do college matter in life? Bro, you are not even asking a question that's worth answering. Making any changes to houses, anticipate global warming. Are you making any changes to your house in anticipation of global warming, any unprecedented weather event? That's the whole point. That's why I wanted that Sky Cool paint, again School paint. I just don't have the money for it. But again, I will, again, knock on wood, hopefully things go well. I will coat my, like, as much as I can. First the roof, then as much of the building as I can in the GAN school. It will cost, it's like 10 kg of that paint is like 10,000. It's expensive. I do not know what's the normal paint price. I have to ask them. But like, what's the price of now? And again, it will take a lot. Like, you have to first clean it. That's expensive. Then you have to put primer. That's expensive. Then you have to put 2 coats and final top coat. Then you'll get the maximum performance. But again, the ironic part is 2024 was brutal. Like, I still remember it was bad. 2025 was nice. It was like, for some reason, rain kept happening. 2026, I think it's still the same thing is happening. Camera lag. Yes, I do apologize. YouTube, it's again not on my fault. YouTube is misbehaving. I can't do anything about it. Looking at all this, what's the problem which can be solved, which also can it be solved and worth solving? All the comments. See, again, GAN School is one of the greatest thing that I've seen in that expo. And again, I do not mean just lightly. You guys have no idea how big of a deal it can make. Sunlight, you are removing sunlight. It's like, sun is like, I'm dumping energy. You're like, nope. Like, you guys have no idea. And again, for different places, it will have different outcome. For example, household, like my household, there are only like 3 people inside it. Assuming our bodies are giving out, let's say, 200 watts of heat, which again, I'm talking a lot. And then we have electrical consumption of, washing machine, refrigerator, gas, and water pumps. Water pump, remove that, it's not heat. So most energy is not that high. And if I can make sure that sunlight cannot deposit energy, the building will naturally cool down. It will not happen on large buildings because you'll have way too many people. So that will become, but again, sunlight still is the primary source of energy. If you remove that primary source of energy, things can happen. Amazing things can happen. And again, that's why I'm in talks, like literally in email, in video call with GAN School creator. What was his name? Damn, I forgot his name. Vishay, yeah, Dev Vishay. Because again, I want him to make a 1 meter panel, aluminum panel, and then coat 3 things: naked aluminum panel, Rust-Oleum paint, and basically the ultra wide that is available, and GAN School, and then show the whole daytime temperature curve. How what is the T delta between that and naked and ultra wide, so to say, and how cool it goes compared to the what you call air temperature, because in daytime, you should be getting like 15 watts of power, as in like 15 watts of cooling per meter square. At nighttime, it could go, especially if it's a dry environment, as in like low moisture. It should go as low as, as high as 150 watts. So that's a big deal. Like again, most of my family really wants to have AC at night because again, if you can sleep properly, most of your body can recover. So imagine your house. Let's say GAN School is like barely doing any cooling. Like again, it's making sure sunlight does not deposit it, which again makes sure the building does not heat up. The only medium of heat would be air. So it won't get too cold, but it will not heat up. It's like, oh, 2024 was bad, man. Like you could not touch the wall. Wall was warm, man. Like, and it's a thick cement wall. It's like hot. So if that does not happen, that saves a point. And at night, your building will cool down very quickly. That will be a big deal. Suzuki Maker, Tata does not care about pedestrian. Yeah, Tata is like, they are doing clever marketing, or I think too many jobless people are doing clever marketing for them. So, hmm. My petrol Baleno car used to give me around 23 to 22 kilometer per hour. I think because 4 cylinder, 1.5 liter. Now the car only 3 cylinders and 1 liter engine. Damn. I'm pretty sure. See the mileage. I think the biggest thing happened with mileage is that ethanol blend. I have like records of my old car's performance and all that, but like performance dropped. And first I thought like car became bad, and then I'm like, no, it's the fuel. Fuel is getting blended. So like I used to get like I actually wrote down like at multiple times my car gave 22 kilometer while 4 people and traveling long distance and full AC. Did it rain in Jharkhand? Google it now. How would I know? So how is Iran war going to impact our agriculture nowadays? There are so many news related to this. Uh, I think what you call fertilizer output might shrink. So I want sky cool paint on my car. Summers are brutal. Yeah. Again, he actually did that on I think Wagoner or Swift. I think he did that. He did that. He had Gan School painted on one of the car. Yeah. There's a lot of power fluctuation apparently. Can I fill biogas in LPG cylinder and sell it? No, no, no. Can you squeeze out better my if you top of often tank, full tank, 10 liter consumed tank, empty tank point being session press. Higher enough makes a difference. See, again, I don't use my car that much where it's like, I need to shave off. Again, if there was no court case, I am pretty sure my car would have barely reached 10,000 kilometer. So that's the another part is like, it does not matter that much. It's like, yeah, the Monday driving was awesome. Like during daytime, it was decent enough. Night time, we left at like 8:30 p.m. And again, there was like this ugly part where it's like the road was decent, but it was ugly. And there is a joint road, which is like literally going through forest, really scary. But again, there's more than enough police presence there, and like it's an active road, but like literally going through forest like this. I was uncomfortable there, but like okay. After that, there is a fresh highway, fresh 4 lane, fresh. Bro, my car just went like, woo. Like literally, no gear change, car goes to fifth gear, 100 kmph, the end. The only time we slow it down when we are seeing that speed trap. It's just like, whoa. Thankfully, my father did not get any message that like, my brother got it like one of the route he was driving like, you were over speeding and all that. So just at the speeding cross, like 35, 35, 35, 35. Again, I think British problem in these roads are like they have some banners. It's like 80 to 100. Right, whenever their intersection is like 60 kilometers. Like, dude, how would you know where you are 60 or 100? 4 cylinder with turbo or V6 with supercharger. I'm not car guy. How's the animal going better? I saw the news that Tata Motors just asked the government not to subsidize small, light, less emission car like Suzuki in car cafe norms as they're not investing in EVs. Did it rain? Okay. What the hell? If we reach AGI, we are all cooked. That's factually true. Also, missile casings are made from carbon fiber. Do you see that strong area focus on general? Again, who is your buyer? If you have a good enough buyer, enjoy. If you don't have that, then what the hell you gonna do? It feels rain ruins fruit, heat ruins leaves with rising droughts. Hydroponics sustainable. Again, where would you do that? Hydroponics is not a scalable solution where you can feed India from hydroponics. Like we do not have that much infrastructure, that much indoor space, that much control. And again, cooling an indoor environment, hydroponics makes perfect sense where you are like, okay, you are in a European nation, it's snowing all the time, then you are heating a greenhouse. That's easy. Cooling a greenhouse is not possible. Like, yeah, it's possible. You can burn enough energy to do it. It's just that not logical. Aftermarket CNG is installed and the ECU is not tuned for it, but OEM filled CNGs are tuned from the factory. That makes sense. That checks out. That checks out. MIRV in Kamsari drones. MIRV. Full form, please. Do you think petrol diesel prices by 2050? I have a feeling it might remain the same. Might remain the same. Code case for you to innovate rear AC vents, don't regret. Oh yeah, this I think this was the long journey after after that AC modification. And again, mom was sitting on the back, and again she was comfortable because again directly. And again, you could have cooled the car, but problem was like you had to cool too much on the front, then barely got some cooling. And during daytime, that again we were driving at the daytime, it would have heat up because again direct sunlight. So having a direct pipe, that was like a really good thing. Advances of having good social media presence like yours. Again, it has advantage. Like I get offered jobs. I don't seek jobs. I get offered jobs. So, yeah. My father, government, veterinarian doctor. Most village dairy milk produce going down. I don't know how India is getting sufficient milk for daily use. Overproduction, man. We have excess capacity. Like idiotically excess. Air defense systems, batteries, having drones, air interceptor instead of missiles. Again, people are working their ass off to solve the asymmetry problem. That's all there is. Asymmetry. There is a asymmetry. You are doing your best to solve it. Really waiting for CV engine. I am too. I am literally, again, it's out of our hand. Like we have given it to the integrator. Integrator basically who is designing the ECU. Machining part done. They have one complete piece, complete, not just like one part or two part, no, complete engine is on the integration stand. They have to do the integration. And again, if they, in few weeks, not even a few weeks, I'm pretty sure like last week of March, they should have second engine ready. Like second engine is the both two-stroke ones, but like there should be two physical piece ready to go. So I'm waiting, man. Like I'm waiting. Again, to be fair, that's my only hope from like while I'm not poor by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not solid, so to say. It's like very tight. Almost all AI research predicts 10 years for AGI. Again, predictions are predictions. The solar versus wind, which is the best, can solve world. Both. Not one will not do. Like solar will help individuals. Wind will help nation. Because again, wind works day and night. So if you mix both of them, then you're gonna have some. How much barrel of oil India have in total storage? 4 month worth? Dude, are you mad? Storage of oil and gas is just done as an emergency reserve. Like 1 day or 2 day, a country like India or China or USA cannot store big enough. When they say 6 months of emergency reserve, that's for emergency, as in basically police will have it, army will have it, ambulance will have it, that sort of thing. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna store for like 6. What do you think? That's only for short term, like price balancing. About the India's businessman that came to your stall in Chandigarh. He also told me, I was like, ours are more efficient in, because of the quick survival mindset. No, see, he said like, what is it called? Marwadi. Like again, I have said that time and time again. India is a country of businessmen. Which again, like think about it, like I'm thinking from a simple inventor mindset where it's like, okay, I can only make money if my thing is great. And they're like, no, bro, we can sell, like we can sell anything. So, and again, he is successful, he is a business. I was there to ask him money. So that part is sorted. But again, I keep saying that like India only takes risk if there is no risk. As in like, if they are 99% sure, it's like, okay, it's gonna work. Basically, one of the colleagues that I had a talk with in during Scale Chemtech Expo, it was like, one of the guy was like, big enough, like big builder, like solid, like hundreds of CR kind of guy. And he was like, okay, let's invest in the system. And they, his son was doing the, like, scouting and all that. It came up with company. It's like, okay, is this a startup and it's going to do, it's like, okay, so the return would be like, let's say this many % in a year. It's like, bro, I can give the, like, I can build a building and then get that 10 times that return. I'm like, what the F? And this guy was willingly trying to do startup. I'm like, dude, we cannot risk. Like, we do not have the balls big enough. Like, we can make money, but like, we can't risk it. Do you think a DLS fight pointless? Oh, the reason why we have GPS satellite, Navik satellite in. I talked about this in my Hindi stream, but like I'm just gonna double back on this site also. Basically, yesterday was a very good day for me. Finally, I understood how this mobile phone can tell the distance between this and the satellite without this having an atomic clock. Because here's the deal. Radar can tell the distance because it's the one screaming. It's like, bah, twing. So it knows the distance. It takes the time, divides it by 2, multiplies by the speed of light. Tada, that's your distance. Here's the deal. Satellite is not doing that. Satellite is not two-way communication. This is not talking to the satellite. Satellite is not talking to the satellite is screaming. It is receiving. Nothing more. It's one-way communication. So how the heck you can figure out the time, as in like distance, in one-way communication? Well, light speed is fast. So what they are doing is like that screaming a clock signal, and the idea is every second, which again it's in microsecond or millisecond, but like just go with that. Every second I'm gonna send a pulse. So what this does is like it waits for it. 1 second, I got the pulse. So it knows next second it should receive another pulse, but it will not because it's counting on its clock. That is counting on its clock. Both clock assume they are good enough. Issue is still there is a distance. So it waits for 1 second and then it's like, okay, count millisecond 1, millisecond 2, millisecond 3. Now I received the signal. So now that is 3 millisecond. So now it knows that's the distance, light distance. Now here's the problem. Millisecond, again, you can easily do millisecond on oscillator. Even your watches like this can do milliseconds. This can do millisecond, that's not an issue. But problem with that is millisecond means 1 millisecond of equals 300 kilometer plus and minus. That was always the problem. How the heck this gets the time accurate enough to work? 300 kilometer plus and minus, that's not useful. But here's the math. Here's the magic of it. That's why it needs 4 satellites. It will not work on 3 satellites or 1 satellite. It has to have 4. It cannot work below that. It can work above it, like 5, 6, no problem. But it cannot work in less than 4. So the idea is you gotta have one satellite that gives you the time. You took it as a pseudo range, as in rough range. But again, why your range is wrong? Because your timing variable is wrong. Okay, so you take that rough range. Okay, cool. That's one variable. You get it from second satellite. Again, that's another variable. You do it with 4 satellites. But here's the deal. How these satellites are projecting? They are an omnidirectional system. Basically, they are a sphere, right? So hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me. I forgot the 2 sphere one. 3 sphere intersection. Basically, if you have 2 spheres, okay, 2 balls intersecting, it will create a circle. So distance only tells you the size of the sphere. But now you could be like, this is my distance. It could be anywhere. Like in my camera, okay, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, it could be here, as long as the distance matches. But again, this is not good enough. That's why one satellite will not do anything. All it will tell you, in this circle you are somewhere on Earth, and that circle would be freaking half of the planet. It's like you are somewhere in this circle. It's like, what's the point? Then you add another satellite. Again, now you have 2 spheres. Now you created an ellipse, like a small elliptical area. But again, elliptical still would be like 25% of the planet Earth. Still useless. Add 3 of them. Now we are talking. Once you have 3 spheres intersecting, it can only cut at 2 points. But that's the problem. You still have 2 points. Now, generally, if you have atomic clock on your end, it can work because 1 point would be in stupid place. 1 point would be on surface of Earth, another would be in space, or it will be vice versa. 1 point is on Earth, another would be at Earth core. So you can reject it. But again, that assumes you have atomic clock, but you do not. You got millisecond accuracy. So how will you work? So fundamentally, you add 4. Hold on. Where the heck is the 4 one? Where is the 4? Yeah, you add 4. Now 4 sphere can only intersect at 1 point. There is no 2 point anymore. Meaning, if reality is correct, as in physics is correct, as in math is correct, you will only have 1 point. But here's the deal. Your calculations have error of 300 kilometer plus and minus. Now you apply mathematics. This method. Now, key with this is you're assuming the time variable has to be solved. How can you solve for time? Because there is only 1 point that will create a smallest connection point. Meaning, if 300 kilometers, so the point that should be like where 4 spheres are intersecting, instead of being a point, it's a sphere. It itself is a sphere because 1 point is like saying 50 kilometer here, another point is saying 70 kilometer there. So mathematically, it cannot be true. It cannot be true. So this mathematics allows you to back solve it, meaning it has to be back solved. Why? Because again, law of physics, you have to be in one position in order to receive all the signal. Mathematics is fixed, so you solve it. How do you solve the time? You have the rough idea, right? That is 300 kilometer plus and minus. Now you change the number, time number. Now again, how would you guess whether you are positive or negative? Again, all because you received all the signal at the same time, you have to change one variable, t variable, that t delta that you are saying. So you apply PID loop, basically this loop. You change the variable too much, the sphere, let's say distance between 2 points became 70 kilometers. Now it's like 140. Okay, you changed wrong. You change it again on the negative direction. Now it became smaller. Okay, you do PID loop. Basically, you are shrinking the math point because math will only fit in one point. Math is already there. You just have to back solve the time data. The moment you solve the time data, now your error goes from 300 kilometer plus and minus to 2 meter plus and minus. That's on this oscillator clock, not atomic. That's the main trick part. They are back solving the mathematics, and that's why you need to have 4. 3 will not work. Even though you think there is a what you call point in space, mathematics cannot back solve it because there is 2 points. It does not know which point is the correct one. So it can't back solve it. But when you have 4 spheres, it will only solve for one data. Basically, you know x plus y plus, a plus b plus c plus d equals this. And this is a variable, like that distance, no, location. That location is a voxel. If the voxel is getting bigger, your number is wrong. If voxel is shrinking, you're getting on the right place. That's why there's oscillation. It's like twing, 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 twing. And that's why once your GPS gets a lock on, later lock on is super easier. It's like, oh, maintaining lock is very easy. You already know what is the nanosecond calculation. Once you know the nanosecond calculation, it's like, yeah, maintaining it is much easier. That's why you need 4 of them. And there is no time clock. Like a lot of people say like this, like, you know, you have basically 3 satellites and 4th clock. No, all satellite has to be there. All satellites are behaving exactly the same. There is no 4th clock satellite. They are just 4 spheres. 4 sphere can only intersect at one point. That mathematics is the key part. And I'm like, somebody figured this shit out in 1970s? What were they smoking, man? Why no advancement on RAM, radar absorbing paint, also paint works, eh? Dude, everything is evolving. It's just like you can back solve for any bitching, na? It's like, oh, why don't we have magic 10 COP refrigeration system? You can back solve anything. Are we making progress compared to yesterday? The answer is yes. But you can bitch for whatever you want to bitch. There is no point. How much barrels of oil India have it? Okay, that has already happened. I hope fixed diabetes from root. My father has type 2 diabetes. Eesh, good luck, man. It could be tough. It was like India's businessman came to, okay. Okay, why no RAM? Also, Paintworks. The businessman was not saw the future potential and return. Again, see, Indians don't do that. That's why, like, we can do everything once it's done abroad. We can copy paste 5 minutes. Like, we will not be the first one to do it. We have time, we can do all the analysis, put all the things you want to use mind. I will be able to transform and be better thinking after 1 month. When we have time as adult. Frame rate doing pendulum between 2 FPS 23. Yeah, my apologies. But again, it's on YouTube side, not on my side. Everything is working as expected, but not. Why you dislike flat? Not everyone could own a home with land in. Again, I do not dislike it. I'm just like, it's not a what you call asset as people think. Like, you can have a flat, go have fun. But again, I would rather rent it simply because I know it's not mine, you know. Like, I'm not in the idea of like, okay, I'm paying for like 40 years, 50 years, and then like, what the hell, you know, or even 30 years. I'm like, that's the thing that I'm different, I guess. It's like, hey, I'm renting it, cool, awesome, but I'm not gonna pay for it. It's like, oh, this is mine. It's like, it's not mine. That's the main difference, so to say. Oh, damn, frame drop has increased. Yeah, it's like, okay, I want to place Bangakosa where I saw abandoned wind power plant and never repaired after a storm destroyed the blaze. Do tropical storms are real imitation of wind power in India? Not really. Quality change does not affect the frame rate pendulum. Eh? Navik prefers upgraded for atomic clocks. Yeah, see, again, that was ISRO's fault. Now, again, I'm like, why? Somebody gave us a crappy clock, why it's ISRO's fault? ISRO forgot the major rule of redundancy. Single mode failure should not happen in a defense system. And they did. allow me to explain. When you are putting 3 clocks every satellite, you know how important it is, right? That's the whole point. You should put 3 clocks. So any scenario, you should not have like kaput. We got all the 3 clocks. Cool, awesome. They were from the same vendor. Who was smoking? That you never do that. Like there is a term for it. It's called dissimilar redundancy. Like that's the first principle. If you're making something that is absolutely robust, you cannot have like 3 copy-paste the same thing. We copy-pasted the whole, the whole Navic system was copy-paste. Like that's not how, for example, Galileo, right? European system. Here's the deal. They have a hydrogen maser as the primary clock and cesium as secondary clock. Meaning if hydrogen kaputs, they have cesium. If cesium kaputs, hydrogen is there. Now, why the two different things? Because under no circumstances, they could have single failure. Like, oh, there was a capacitor failure in this batch, all the clocks are gone, which happened in ISRO. ISRO messed up. Like putting 3 satellites, good. Sorry, 3 clocks, great. That's how it should be. But 3 satellites should be 3 different things. Even if it's like all 3 are rubidium, not an issue, but it should be different vendor. Under no circumstances this should be allowed. Like this was just ass backwards. It was just laziness. Like they're like, oh, we need backup, and just put 3 of those. Like there is a term for this. It's not a new thing. Like even Russian system, they have like cesium and mercury. So like every country is like, whoa, we cannot have 1 point failure. So have 2 different things. Now again, satellite could go boom, but again, at that point, satellite went boom. You do not have one thing, oh, all satellite failed in India because all the satellite had one atomic clock supplier. That was just dumb. That was just dumb. Make video on automotive safety. It's like you can make this video on detail GPS satellites. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. 3 body, 4 body solution. 1 FPS. My apologies. Do a one-to-one consultancy? Yes, for a lot of money. Is India Silicon Valley Bangalore? Sort of. Love Tethrasio. Nah, not watching. Affordable flats at core. 10 crore. Yeah, that's the whole point. I guess good night. Not. Okay. Oh, yeah. 1 hour has opened. I do apologize for YouTube's misbehavior. I did not control it, but such is life. Anyway, I'll see you guys, next week. Hope all is well and bye.